I'm right chipos, man. I got this, yeah.
And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to listen to Reece and Dan on the Ankle Pick Pod.
Ankle pickers, welcome back. Monday afternoon here, coming off of UFC 273, where we took a bath. We'll recover. So will you. Ready to test the spreads for, and I don't even know, I lost track, but maybe UFC Vegas 52.
Back in Vegas.
We're back in Vegas. I'll check I'll have the stats department check what number.
Maybe that'll change our mojo being back in Vegas.
Back at the Apex. We've been hot at the Apex.
Well, we're back there. We've got a 6-fight main card this week, headlined by Vicente Luque, Bilal Muhammad. I took the authority to go ahead and add a 7th fight in there, give ourselves a nice odd number for our set the spread purposes.
Odd number for an odd guy.
Odd number for an odd guy. Zing. Dan coming off the most recent win. Reece is a little bit butthurt about that.
Yeah, we need to check the tape. No, we need to check the tape on that.
5-5 in 2022. Can't script it any better. Going into the 11th, actually the 12th card. We skipped one. But
Country Club, I know we're not doing recap today, and that's for a later date, but can we just bring up that Poha Burns quickly? I need to see the appreciation out of Country Club for that Poha Burns slugfest war.
It was awesome. Right before this is my uneducated opinion as not closer to the casual, until Hamzat dropped him with like 10 seconds left. I was like, this could go either way. Like it's possible that he could get a bad decision.
I agree. I saw on socials that people were saying that. They're like, Burns got screwed, stuff like that, which, hey, I don't know.
I don't think he got screwed. But it was an awesome fight.
That's the big storyline too, is it's just like a guy who goes through 4 fights and gets hit twice, gets hit 139 times by our boy.
I think both stocks go up too.
Poha, I agree with you. I know people at first reacted to Hamzat as like a negative, but because he didn't roll through him, but like he just took on the number 2 welterweight in the world in his 4th fight at 26 years old, and people are knocking this man. Ridiculous. Crazy.
Well, respect where respect's due. We'll break it down even further along with the rest of that card. Probably Wednesday this week. Have it out Thursday.
No, and, for all our Poha brothers, I had to get it out there.
Rightfully so. In the meantime, let's jump in. We've got 7 fights that we're going to work through here. We'll just start at the top. It's actually the prelim capper light heavyweight bout, Devin Clark and William Knight. Dan, why don't you go ahead and lead things off for set the spread?
Devin Clark, William Knight. Oh, in my head, I thought we were going Laramie, Sabatini, but let me switch gears. So William Knight is coming off of a unanimous decision loss to Max Grishin, where he really didn't look good at all. I mean, it wasn't that active of a fight by either guy, but Max was able to really kind of have his way with him. Devin Clark is a prospect I think is a lot better than Max, a guy, even though he's on a 2-fight losing streak, he's got the wrestling and the hands that could be a big problem. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, William Knight's small, right? I think Devin Clark's going to have a pretty big size advantage.
Well, small by height. No one's thicker than that man.
Yeah. But I think that Brown Bear's going to have a pretty big size advantage to go along with his wrestling and be a favorite here. I've got him at -200.
Good line. Look, I'm a huge Devin Clark guy, like huge. I almost to a fault. I know I think I was able to lay off on the Anthony Smith fight, but God, I don't even know anymore. But I feel like this fight in particular is a fight that's really easy to tape for because of a fight of Devin Clark's that I remember that I had him as a dog, and that's against Darko Stosic. It was Stosic's UFC debut, I believe, and him and William Knight are very, very stylistically similar. You also could add Alonzo Menifield kind of into that group too, where it's a march forward, kind of get hit to hit and throw bombs. And I just feel like what William Knight's going to bring to the table is not the way that Devin Clark is going to get beat. However, and it's a big however, I don't know if at this point in his career, getting rolled by Anthony Smith, not rolled, but beaten by Kudalaba, I think a 200's hard, especially with the knockout power that William Knight possesses, even though we haven't seen it recently. I'm going to say Devin Clark minus 160, William Knight plus 140. And I'm going to pose the question, Dan. You think William Knight can sub this fool?
No, I think there's no shot. But I thought I didn't think he'd go as easily as he did to Lionheart. So,
well, Lionheart, and he got quick subbed by Ryan Spann. And then as I was looking at the Tapology for William Knight, he's been doing a little grappling. He had a win via rear naked choke in a grappling bout this January, and then this February he had a no contest. He cut the guy above his eye, but in another grappling match. So at least it's a area of focus for the lads. So that's, hey, who knows? We'll see.
Reece is taking the first point of the night, minus 172, Devin Clark.
Okay. But yeah, I felt good about that one. A 2 would have been a lot.
Open minus 150. And this one hasn't been on the books very long. It's only been about a week since that one was announced.
Yeah, come fight night, Dan could be right. I won't lie. Come fight night, Dan could be right. But right now, I'll take my point.
Moving on to the main card, welterweight bout. Elizu Zaleski dos Santos and Munir Lazez. Reece, kick things off.
This fight is, I'm pretty sure, off the card.
Canceled. Zaleski withdrew.
Yep.
Is that in the last hour?
No, it was like a couple hours ago. I read it this morning.
All right. Well, with that,
we go to
a
next fight.
We're going to move right along. We've got a 5-fight main card, unless they move Devin Clark, William Knight up there. Featherweight bout, Pat Sabatini and TJ Laramie. Reece, go for it.
Is this, Dan, and this is not me trying to get a read of you, is this the same Laramie from, wait, I'm just going to look at the thing. Okay,
I thought you were going to ask about Sabatini, which is why it threw me off.
No, this is the Laramie I was thinking about. I knew it was a Contender Series Laramie, but I'm pretty sure they're brothers, very close. I don't know if the other Laramie's made it to the big show yet, but okay. No, trust me, I know Sabatini. Hashtag Jamal Emmers got rolled. Hashtag Tucker Lutz got rolled. Hashtag he cost me all of the monies. Yeah, I mean, look, Sabatini is a bad matchup for Laramie because of Laramie's loss in the UFC, his lone loss against Derek Minner. And look, Laramie's a pressure wrestler. He loves to be on top, loves to control from the top. Okay, what's a way to kind of counteract someone who's dying to get to the mat? Well, have an unbelievable ground game. Sabatini, I would say he checks that box. I mean, I wouldn't want to go to the floor with this cat. I'm going to give Sabatini the favorite, but Dan, and I don't know where your head's at, but I know that coming off the Contender Series, Laramie was highly touted. I mean, he was minus 315 against Derek Minner, who possesses a similar, obviously it didn't go his way, but look, I mean, the UFC, they also tried to get this guy, Laramie, against Damon Jackson. So they're doing him no favors as far as matchups go in the grappling department. But I'm going to give slight edge Sabatini. Let's go Sabatini. Honestly, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. Minus 160. Plus 140 for Laramie.
I think this is a free point for me. Sabatini is, I think, undefeated in the UFC versus a guy that still is looking for his first UFC win. And I think in that Contender Series fight for Laramie, he was like a minus 400 favorite or something. You're supposed to win that. You're supposed to look great. We've seen, as Reece said, we've seen Sabatini perform unbelievably against really tough competition. Tristan Connolly, Jamal Emmers, Tucker Lutz, and that Renzo Gracie Philly camp that I love to mention is just producing killers. So I'm going to go all the way up to minus 320.
Thank you.
I'm going to double your line.
No, we need to address this here, Kobe. Just if there was a crypto.com sportsmanship award, Danny, you just get the number one bonus spot. You could have gone one.
I just think it's a free.
I appreciate you.
Crypto.com number one bonus spot for Dan and a point. And not enough.
Oh, whoa.
Sabatini minus 380 after opening about 3 weeks ago, minus 240.
But like you said, Reece, it's just a bad stylistic matchup for Laramie. And we've seen Sabatini prove it, and Laramie still has to once.
The thing that throws me off there is, like, obviously we've seen a lot of Sabatini. We've seen very little of Laramie, but Laramie's 24 years old. And so far inside the UFC octagon, he's been minus 400 both times. It's shocking to see.
Well, it's Contender Series in UFC. He's 0-1 in the UFC versus Grappler, who's just, I think Derek Minner would get rolled by Sabatini too.
No, he would for sure. But that was, 2 years ago. And then it's interesting. The UFC's trying to like almost ruin this man's career. They tried to give him Damon Jackson after Derek Minner. Bout fizzled. It got canceled. But like Bogdasarian after that, now Sabatini. Look, I could be totally wrong. I am wrong, but I'm saying like I think 380 is a hey, let's see what the 24-year-olds worked on in Laramie. I would not be surprised if he just laid on top all day long.
I'd be surprised if he could.
Well, there you go.
Women's bantamweight bout. We have Mayra Buenasilva and Wu Yanan, 1-1, and Dan's going to kick things off here for us.
So the last time we saw Wu Yanan, oh wow, she hasn't fought in a long time. It was the Holloway Cater card,
Holy shit,
where she fought Jocelyn Edwards, and that's not a bad loss at all. And disappointing because she was coming off a split decision loss that if I remember correctly, could have gone either way. And then on the other side, Buenasilva lost to another fantastic prospect in Monato Fuaro. It's hard to hold either of these losses against them. I think that Buenasilva has the better record, the more impressive wins. I think that she's going to be favored here. I think she's also got a jiu-jitsu advantage. And if she can just avoid this being a boxing match for a Muay Thai kickboxing match, really, for the entire fight, she's going to have more success wherever this fight goes. So I have to have her being the favorite, but I have no idea how high to go. I'm kind of just rambling. Give me Buenasilva minus 200.
Okay. Yeah, I just have such a similar take to you. It's more just me using MMA math to the best of my ability due to not taping, and I haven't seen this girl fight in 2 years or whatever. But also it's just like we talk about it almost every time we've ever been on the pod ever. It is wild in these women's divisions. You could have someone minus 500, you could have someone minus, like, it's so all over the place because it's such an any given day type of situation. I was going to go a little lower just because I feel like these types of fights are like, I don't know if I can give either of these girls minus 200. I was going to go Buenasilva minus 140 because it's women's and I really don't know. And
that's kind of exactly where I was. I'm just like,
and my instinct right now is to do 180, but you know what? I want second place crypto.com sportsmanship award. I'm going to lock in that 140.
Well, the second place crypto.com is going to Reece. Second place in setting the spread here also going to Reece.
Oh, let's go. I thought you thought he was rolling me. I thought Kobe was playing.
Second place.
I did roll you.
There's
You
only
got second place
competitors.
Wait, I lost the point?
Yeah.
There's
Fuck you,
only
Kobe.
2 competitors. Second
And you're
place
getting
isn't
second
good.
place.
I
in
didn't
75.
register that. I thought he was saying second point, and Kobe was trolling me, and it worked. And all right, whatever.
What's the line?
So it opened March 24th, -110 both ways. -400, Myra Bueno Silva.
Whoa. Something's gonna come out when we're taping that's gonna be obvious, but I have
Yeah.
not seen it yet. And
I was about to say.
I want to jump all over that. Wu Yanan. The science is speaking.
No, I mean, well, honestly, I don't even care if I find out that Bueno Silva turns into Charizard after round 1, plus 400 or plus 380 or 360 for anyone. Science is science, man. I would be shocked if we weren't on that come fight night.
Welterweight bout, Miguel Baeza and Andre Fiallo. Reece, go ahead and kick things off for us here, down 1-2.
I'm glad you're kicking this one off. I'm not really sure where to go. I think I know who I have favored, but I'm not sure about it.
So the favorite for me is easy, and it's already known. I'm a big fan of this guy. I think Miguel Baeza is kind of going to be, he might be a victim of recency. But look, he lost a fight to Ponzinibbio, a striking bout. Okay. So everyone else but 4 people also have. Okay, that's fine. The Chaos Williams one, he was winning all the way until that punt. I mean, he was up 10-9, 10-9. It was clear. He was leading the dance and he got caught. That happens. I like Miguel Baeza. I think his foundations, he's well-rounded, he's young. A lot of good things out of that camp. He's the favorite for me. All I have to go off of for Fajalio is that Pereira fight. And I think he showed up. I think he outlived his expectations to an extent. I mean, the line was, if I remember correctly, it's not that close. It was Fajalio plus 230, but he looked better than I think most people probably wrote him off going to that fight. The thing is, though, I saw someone who was honestly the guy who fits the mold of his camp in Sanford MMA. He leans on his power, doesn't throw high volume. I think not only is Baeza hopefully learned from that Cass Williams fight, but just honestly just better. And I may be wrong, but it could be biased, but that's where I'm at. I'm going to go Baeza minus 180. Little scared to put the minus 200 in front of it, but minus 180 and then plus 160 for Fajalio.
So yeah, I guess I must be just a little bit higher on Fiallo than anyone else. Did you say that Baeza is a Sanford MMA guy, by the way?
No.
Yeah, okay. Because for a second I was like, Googling
Fiallo is
shit,
Sanford.
yeah, he is, and
Yeah.
I was like, for a second I thought that this was like a guy who had left the gym versus the gym, and no.
Baeza is MMA Masters.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, sorry for the confusing, but I'm going a little bit under your line. I agreed with you that Baez is probably going to be the favorite just because we've seen a lot more from him, and I mean he has UFC wins under his belt. But I don't know. I was impressed with what I saw from Fiallo, both in his durability and his ability to counter strike and just strike with Pereira toe to toe. The guy who's really dangerous. I'm going. Did I say my number yet?
No.
Baeza minus 145.
Okay.
What was yours? 170?
Yeah, I think I went one.
Yeah,
180. 180. I was closer
Okay.
to 200. 180.
You sure you don't want to move it to 170?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's disingenuous. The highest I was thinking was 150, and I went to 145.
Well, Reece is taking the point. 170 is where Baez is sitting, but you did open minus 140 back at the end of March.
Open. The sharps are on what I'm on, baby. Baeza KO TKO round 3, 4 minutes and 59 seconds into the round.
I do think there's gonna be fireworks in this fight.
No, it's gonna be. I'm really excited for this fight.
You know that as soon as we found out that welterweight bout was canceled, that this was going to end up in a 3-3 tie, and we're going to end up with 7 fights anyway. But we'll get there when we get there.
Wait, I have the 3-2 lead, right?
No, it's 2-2.
But then what was
Reece,
that?
you suck at counting, man. We got 2 fights left.
Says the guy who's gotten our record wrong all the time. All right, proceed.
No, you just think it's wrong all the time.
No, it is wrong. Whatever. All right, we're getting Bogdanovich. Go ahead. King.
Middleweight bout. We've got prospects here in Godzi, Omar Gadzayev, and Chao Barayo.
Yeah, I've got to lead this one off.
Got here.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Ha. Good luck.
This is what I'm gonna invoke a strategy. I'm taking it out of the euchre playbook, and I'm gonna screw the dealer and go -1, -115, -115.
Oh, that mistake, I think. Mistake. The reason why I think it's a mistake.
We're gonna call it -110 both ways, by the way.
I'll give him 110. Here's the problem. Have we ever seen a 13-0 Russian be -110?
I mean, but we've got a 10-1 Brazilian. I'm not ready to say that. I don't know anything about either of these guys. I'm not going to front. I'm not just going to be like, Russian's going to be way better.
All I know is what we saw from them on Contender Series, and they both were first round finishes, and they were both maybe over a year ago. But man, I see what you're saying. So you went even, then I got to decide Russian versus Brazil.
Yeah.
Give me the Russian. Give me -150. I was going to go way higher. Danny talked me down. Russian -150.
That's going to take Reece to the point there. -140, Omar Gadzayev.
I can't say the P word, though, because that would be disingenuous for the other side.
You can always say Poha on Pick Pod, brother.
Poha.
You just got to say Poha, brother.
Poha, brother.
3-2 lead. We've got the main event, welterweight bout, 5 rounds for Vicente Luque and Bilal Muhammad. Reece trying to put it on ice. Go for it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think both Danny and I have slept on Bilal. Whether we're wrong or right remains to be seen. But I know we ankle locked the Wonder Boy Thompson fight. Bilal looked good. I think we got harped on that Diego Lima win that looked horrible. And then the Leon Edwards, he got dominated until the eye poke. So we had our reasonings, but the man is what, 20-4, he's 20-3, and his only loss in the UFC being Jeff Neal. No, Vicente Luque in 2016. I was looking recently, and Alan Joban at his debut. But so he already lost to Vicente Luque.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you weren't going to mention that there was a rematch and whatever the line was,
no,
I was going to start off with a huge advantage.
I guess now that I think about it, I knew it was Vicente Bilal too, just from all the promo stuff. But I won't even lie and pretend like I don't remember that fight. I'm gonna watch it back this week. I remember that card. Don't remember this fight. So you know what? I now I gotta find out. It was almost a curtain jerker here. The line
Vicente Luque was a -120 favorite.
-120 favorite. So now I gotta look at the career trajectories. I'm gonna go Vicente Luque. You could already tell, Kobe. Danny's got me bodied here. He's licking his chops because I'm.
Well, I wish I was leading. I think I know what. I think I've got this one keyed in. I just don't want you to take a number where I.
Because then I'm going to go Vicente Luque -200. I know that's a huge step up from the -120, but I just look at how I view both of these fighters and the different results we've seen out of them. And I'm going to play the game kind of like you played last round, where instead of trying to zone in on it, I'm just going to, instead of doing over, under, even, I'm going to go over, under 200, Dan, and I'll let you decide.
Okay. I think that, I mean, as big of a fan as we are of Vicente Luque, I think we're still overlooking the Bilal side. I'm going to go a little less than you. I had 180 written down, or in my head. That's where I was going to go right off the bat.
You knew we were going to end up tied 3-3.
Oh, okay. Didn't want
Poha, brother.
Didn't
Once-
want to hear those words.
167 Luque. It
Wow.
did open minus 210 Luque, though.
I was about to say 167 Luque.
167 is less than I thought.
That's hard for me to not be on Luque there. I might be missing something. I need to tape. That's why we're getting out of the way early, but wow, that seems low.
All right. We're going to break this tie.
I'm befuddled.
Oh, this is gonna be a funny. This is a funny list of fights to choose from.
I already got it. We're doing curtain jerker.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go Chris Barnett.
Nah, I don't want to mess with Chris Barnett. Kevin Kroom and Alatang Haley.
Yeah, fuck.
And it is Dan's turn to lead off.
Fuck is right.
All right. So Kevin Kroom has got to be a dog, right? We were talking about him just being brought in at the last minute, like as a COVID fighter versus the guy in Haley Alatang being on like a developmental contract in China. So just based on just how kind of the UFC signed them both, we've got to have Haley Alatang as a favorite here. Am I confident in him? Not hugely, but man, Kevin Kroom has looked terrible in every single fight he's been in.
Roosevelt Roberts. Sorry. Continue though. Remember that? He was like plus 400 against Roosevelt Roberts and he's standing guillotine the mug against the cage.
Oh, right.
but you're right. The other two has been a tough scene.
I'm going Haley Alatang. Going minus 150. 55. Milk that one.
Question to the commission.
Yes, sir.
I just punt this line and do 155. I don't know.
No, that's not how this works.
Okay.
Overtime. You can't just like assume double overtime.
I kind of love that approach though.
Yeah, just like re-roll the dice basically.
Like fuck this fight.
Look, like Alatang Haley for me, it's like I've seen him in a lot of those like late night China cards. I know he recently fought Casey Kenny. I remember taping Casey Kenny and watching that one back. He's got a couple good wins like Ryan Benoit and Bat Gerald. But
I think that Ryan Benoit one is like only a good win because I've lost money on Ryan Benoit. I think he's better than he actually is.
Yeah. And then I Gustavo Lopez draw, like I would need to watch that one back. I don't totally remember where that drew, but you're right. I mean, dude, we haven't seen shit from Kevin Kroom. He's 34 years old, didn't make his UFC debut until 33. And really other than the fluke, or not fluke, other than the fluke line against Roosevelt Roberts isn't even with the UFC anymore. He's lost every fight. He has not shown or put together much. I'm going to go 160 for Alatang Haley, and I'll also hand back my sportsmanship award at the end.
Well, this one opened March 24th, kind of the same day as all these. You guys got the favorite right, Haley, minus 140. It's come up to minus 180, Haley.
Fuck.
Reece is taking the point and the game and the match and the lead on the season. 6-5.
Poha, brother. Let's go. Much needed. Huge needed. Last year I led and then Danny took the lead and I like couldn't get it back. It was way too hard to ever get it back. Not again.
All right. Anything else to add here? I know that we had our quasi live show Saturday morning. That's available on YouTube. These are obviously available on your podcast apps, and we're trying to merge the two so that in the future you're getting them on both. Reece is pointing at me like I'm just saying something special.
No,
here.
You were about to mess it up, but you recovered it. He's right. They will be on YouTube. They will. That is a Poha guarantee from the
if you build it.
Yeah, they will come. So yeah, we'll get it on YouTube. We're working on I have now officially entered MMA TikTok, working on that too. So as always, a lot of things comment. I know we say that every week. enjoy the audio for now.
We want to bring you guys all the content we can.
Yeah.
Problem is our old heads are trying to figure out how to get, with the times,
Exactly.
getting on YouTube, getting on TikTok. So it's moving a little bit slower than we would, like to be.
And we also have a small
but we're getting
kitchen.
there.
We also have a small kitchen here at the Ankle Pick Pod. We can't just outsource this. We got to figure out with internally. So things coming. And then I also, for the weekly schedule, Kobe, we got recap, news and notes,
and
main episode.
Preview.
Okay.
And preview coming out later this week.
Cool.
Likely out Thursday morning.
Perfect. There you go. You heard it here first. And then, then we'll enjoy the card Saturday and call it a wrap. All right.
Poha, brother. Reece, close us up.
Poha!